June 2005, question 8. Solving 3 equations and 3 unknowns, you've got to decide what you're going to eliminate, and I'm going to eliminate y. Equations 1, 2 and 3, and I'm going to eliminate y first of all by taking equation 1 and subtracting equation 2. That gives me minus x plus 2z equals minus 5. I'm then going to take equation 2 and add to it equation 3, which is going to give me 5x plus z equals 14. Now here I have 2z, but my second equation I got 1z. So I'm going to multiply it by 2. 10x plus 2z equals 28. I have minus x plus 2z equals minus 5. And I'm going to subtract those. So that gives me that 11x equals 33. So x is 3. If we use this, minus 3 plus 2z equals minus 5. So 2z had to equal minus 2. So z must have been minus 1. And finally, x plus y. So 3 plus y plus z, which is minus 1, has to equal 4, which gives me that y must have been 2, which gives me x is 3, y is 2, and z is minus 1. Key to indices is the same base, so I'm going to start by rewriting 27 as 3 to the power 3. I'm then going to use my rules of indices, and if I multiply, I can add the powers. So 3 to the power x plus 2y has to equal 3 cubed, which gives me that x plus 2y equals 3. I'm going to do exactly the same with my second equation. I have to pick a common base, and I'm going to pick 2. So 8 is 2 cubed, 4 is 2 squared, which gives me 4y, and 16 is 2 to the power 4. Now when we're dividing, we subtract powers. So this gives me the equation 3x minus 4y equals 4. I now have 2 equations and 2 unknowns to solve, and if I multiply my first by 3, and subtract my second, I get that 10y equals 5, so y would be a half. X plus 2 times a half is 1, has to be 3, which means that x would be 2. So to sketch the curve, we've got to show basic shape and where it crosses the axes. So x squared minus 5x equals 0 when x upon x minus 5 equals 0. So it crosses the x-axis when x equals 0 and x equals 5. So we draw our quadratic and we show those 2 key points. When x plus y equals 12, when x equals 0, y equals 12, and when y equals 0, x equals 12. So we have a straight line. I've got to be careful here. That point is 12, and this point is 12, and I've got to show that for the examiner. To find a point of intersection, then we've got to solve the equation simultaneously. And I'm going to replace y with x squared minus 5x. So x plus x squared minus 5x is going to equal 12. When x squared minus 4x minus 12 equals 0. And that happens when x minus 6 upon x plus 2 equals 0. So x equals 6, or x equals minus 2. X plus y has to equal 12, so y would be 6, or y could be 14, which gives us the 2 coordinates 6, 6, and minus 2, 14. We're then asked to solve a quadratic inequality. It says hence or otherwise, which gives us a hint that what we've done before will help us. And this is the same quadratic that we've just solved. So we can say straight off that our critical values are when x equals 6 and x equals minus 2. we want to know where the graph is below the axis. So this is the graph below the axis, and the range of values are from -2 to +6.